transcendent God is always in control.
Always. Always.
The king sent for Joseph. Had you interviewed Joseph and asked Joseph, hey Joe, do you think you will ever hear those words? Joseph would have said, not in my life. I will never hear those 5 words in my life that the king sent for me. But those fascinating 5 words took place in Joseph's life, and in a sense they are taking place again this evening in the life of Dr. Wells. Joseph is one of the fascinating personalities of the Bible. In fact, the book of Genesis, 50 chapters, devotes 1/4 of the entire book to the life of this patriarch of our faith, Joseph. The Joseph story is important because it highlights one of the 2 important themes of the book of Genesis. There are 2 themes in the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 1, Genesis chapter 50. It's almost like they are 2 bookends. The first theme is this. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So, in the book of Genesis, the purpose of the book is to establish that all creation has its origin in God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But the second theme is found in the last chapter of Genesis, Genesis chapter 50, where Joseph says to his brothers, what you intended for evil, God intended for good. So watch this. Genesis chapter 1, first theme, first bookend. God is the creator. Genesis chapter 50, final bookend, last bookend. God is the controller. God is not only creator, but God, the sovereign God.
Yes.
I just threw out a Presbyterian word.
All right, good.
The sovereign God. The God who predestines everything. Is in control of everything. The Bible says, and the king, not just anybody. If God wants to bless you, he wants to bless you.
Please, brother.
It says, and the king,
Yes, sir.
and the presbytery. I'm going to tell you tonight that those are 5 words that Joseph never thought would hear. Because if there ever was a person who was mistreated, it was Joseph. You remember Joseph had a problem with his brothers. They were quite envious. And envy is a terrible malady. Envy is a terrible burden. Let me define envy for you. Envy is when you resent the blessings of God in someone else's life and ignore the blessings of God in your own life. And Joseph's brothers were jealous of him, and they hurt him, and they sold him into slavery. And some traveling Ishmaelites took Joseph down to Egypt, where he was purchased as a slave by the captain of the guards, whose name was Potiphar. But then Mrs. Potiphar took a liking to Joseph. And she wanted to get a room. She was Miss Stella, how you get But because Joseph was a man of integrity, Joseph would not capitulate to the advances of Mrs. Potiphar. And so, Mrs. Potiphar became angry, insulted, and trumped up some false charges against Joseph, accusing him of rape. The result was that Joseph ended up in the penitentiary. Joseph was a man who was framed by Mrs. Potiphar, but while in jail, he befriended some people. He befriended a forgotten servant, but Joseph, a favorite servant. And I hope that when I talk about Joseph, you can see yourself from the unfolding of this wonderful story. First of all, Joseph